My name is Sarah.
And my name is Sharon, and welcome back to Cake Dealers KE,
where we bake and tell. So today we are honored to have the cake boss, KE, our own cake boss here. We were so excited.
Mr. Vibe.
Yes, he's Mr. Vibe.
His whole studio is just Vibe.
Actually, you should just check out his page. We will just link it here. You will get to see. And before he introduces himself, we have to tell you why we brought him, because of Vibes. And he does a good job.
You can. It's very hard to see someone and see Vibes.
Yes.
But you can just look at his videos on his
page
and just
tell. And it translates to his cakes.
I would want to be there.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it really your energy translates to your cakes.
Yeah.
So your cakes zikopia na vibes because you have vibes. Usiko una decorate cake umenuna. But anyway, we will let him introduce himself.
So hi guys, my name is Brian Mepukori. But many people know me as Bruno Meps or Meps, partly Masai.
I actually asked you a question before we go far. There's a time you made money cake, and I asked you kwa Facebook, ulipata wapi hizo makaratasi? Ukaniambia hakukuwa na money box your time. 2021 kwa matumizi. So you told me to go uko Kikorok Road, ninunue the nylon paper. Oh, full circle moment. Like he really helped by inbox. Aliniambia go and buy na uzi kate hivi. I appreciate.
High five.
Thank you. You see good people grow to greater heights. I asked you on Facebook. Tutaangalia Facebook. Thank you.
Memories.
Because you've said Bruno Mep, and then I remembered. Thank you.
It's me, the one and
Thank you
only.
for genuinely helping.
Asante. So I'm Brian Mepukori. Many people, Meps was a nickname from my high school.
From your second name?
Yes.
Okay.
Where is the second name from? It's very
It's Masai.
You're Masai?
Yes, partly. Masai Kikuyu.
Oh, wow.
That's interesting.
Na basi uko na Kikuyu mzuri.
Yeah. Sino tu akabete. So Bruno is a childhood nickname. My social couldn't say Brian, so Bruno. So I actually studied culinary arts.
Oh, really?
Okay, high five babangu alikata. Alisema kila mtu anajua kupika.
No, we were in the same seat. No, actually what happened, mimi nilikata kwa university. Hata kama nilipata A-, imagine.
Which school were you in first of all?
So I went to Nyahururu Elite.
For primary?
For primary, I went to Spring Hill. It's in Kikuyu. Then I went to Nyahururu Elite, where I finished my high school, the 4 years. So after that, my sister and brother both went to SIU. Both did business, but I didn't envision the same for myself.
Oh, okay.
So actually convincing them that you have this grade and you want to do
culinary arts,
this grade.
Then they wanted
has to be an engineer
astronaut.
Actually. You see engineer, wanataka introduce engineer Brian.
Actually, I remember one of I used to school with one of my friends from the same, let's say from the same locality. So her mom called me and she's like, Bruno, why do you want to do that? Why are you wasting your grade?
Wow. Estate.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm like, that's what I want to do. And it's paid off.
It does. I don't understand why parents, especially our parents and older,
you do, and you will have to
like, hey,
they're traditional.
Like
because
for an example I give is my brother. My brother really wanted to do arts. Really wanted to do art for the longest time. And when he finished Form 4, after being frustrated a lot, when he finished Form 4, he was taken to do a BBIT course. But that is not what he wanted. Then finally, my aunt just called me and asked me, "What do you think?" Because this is not what he wants. I told them, let him do what he wants, because you could see from his grades. Hizo zingine zote zinataka venye zinaka, but art very strong A. Nasi tu A hivi. So he went to Buruburu Institute, and then he did interior design, and then he with graphic design, and then a teacher gave him a camera once. shoot one of the functions to za shule, and he fell in love with photography. And now he's employed in a real estate company. He designs their billboards, he designs their interior, the structure of the buildings, he does graphic design. Whatever he's doing now is
it's what he likes.
His lifestyle. He buys motorbikes. It's paying his lifestyle, and it's what he loves. Can you imagine angenda asome kitu yenye hataki just because you as the parent unataka mtoto wako aonekane ni kama alifanya course.
And at the end of the day, not everybody finishes their course, and then they go to what they like.
And then you find even huyo engineer anatafuta huyo graphic designer ni design logo ya kampuni yangu. We all need each other, you know.
But imagine, I've actually had students who are doctors, who are lawyers, and then they spare their time just to fulfill that urge. Walikatazwa. It happens a lot.
Yeah, I've also had
I feel like it's good there to be hot-headed.
I've had a teacher in my class.
But I guess it's nice that you can go and do all those things, but then I feel like, so the students who come, do they continue with they leave this whatever they are doing?
No, for them it's just to please that. To please that urge they had.
And it's this, but see, Joybells was saying the same thing. The passion that you have, you will go hata kama utaitumia hiyo utaenda nayo to the grave. Haishangi. Which
actually I had a student here, my first student when I opened this shop. She was 50 something years old, and she said, I have raised my kids, they have grown up, they're doing whatever they want, now it's my turn.
I had so many students in the same age bracket.
Yeah, it's very sad to see, because at that time unapata they're not able to explore what they want, because that is not what the society allows you to do. But now she's gotten to an age and anasema,
it's my time.
It is my time.
But again, also people didn't, me, I also didn't know baking had money. There are many people who are like, una baking it too, okay. People
for me, it wasn't about the money.
Yeah.
It was to fulfill. I've been baking, I've loved baking, so let me do it. Let me just do it.
Actually,
don't think about the money.
It's not even about the money, it's per se me thinking, our parents thinking. So our parents thinking, will you be able to sustain yourself with that career? That's why wanataka wendo kwe daktari, you'll be a lawyer, because they think in that profession, I mean,
we are the change makers.
Yes, but I feel right now it's really interesting actually. Even parents are slowly, converting. Yeah. So you did culinary.
Yes, culinary arts. So I did that for 2 years. Then after the 2 years in IHTR, International Hotel and Tourism Institute. Then after that, I graduated with honors.
Let me ask you, can culinary arts involve hiyo kuweka tomato sauce alafu nafanya hivi?
Hapana, it's
alafu natokea one boiled potato. Alafu mnaita boiled
so actually culinary arts, to my understanding, it teaches you about food.
Okay.
Hata kama ni hiyo ni sasa, that's the art process. Actually, you don't learn that on the first day. The first day you're taught to appreciate ingredients, how they are cut, how they are cooked. It teaches you about food.
Okay.
It's not just ile kudecorate actually. Hiyo sahani just garnishing. That's the very last process. You first, because huwezi kuwa decorate tu kitu ya ovyo
kupika hiyo nyama.
Because it's all about the process from farm to fork.
Does culinary arts involve baking so much?
In Kenya, they don't teach as much.
Okay.
Like for me, I had to learn most of my things through a lot of experimentation.
I also had a student at Utalii, and she came here because she went to Utalii to learn culinary arts, thinking that she'll be taught a large chunk of baking. But
actually, a few schools do
very
it.
Little, and she was very disappointed. So akamaliza uko akakuja kufanya baking, and then now she graduated.
Actually, someone who's tapped into that niche is a friend of mine. When I was working, she was interning. You know, cake house.
Yes.
Yeah.
So she's tried to exploit that niche.
Oh yes. We have seen she has an amazing. Even we were like talking
she's
about.
She's actually very passionate. We're actually the same age. She was really passionate.
Sasa tuambie tu miaka basi.
I mean, I'm very young. I'm 27. No, I'm 27, but I stopped counting.
I'm so.
Why did you stop?
I stopped counting after. Is it after 25 or 24?
I am so proud of you saying your age, because me, I'm not going to say my age.
Really?
Yes, I'm young, but I'm not going to say my age.
No, but imagine, for me, it's like...
No, we are of the same age, actually.
When you've achieved this much at this age, it's a flex. So me, I enjoy saying it.
No, me, I don't like saying. Me, I feel like I have pressure. Me, nakuanga na unnecessary pressure. So in my head, I'm like, 27, what have I achieved? So naanza kukaa chini.
Mimi namuulizanga mimi nikikwambia nilikuwa nafanya 27.
Yeah.
It's very different. You all have...
We shall see.
Because Sarah, if you sit and think where you were last year and this year, last year where you were and this year are very different places. You can never... It gets to a place where you don't even concentrate at what have I done? What have I achieved?
I feel like...
There are people who achieve
know.
life in 40 and 50 and they're still in me.
We shall see. We shall see. But you see, I feel for me, let me tell you, Sharon, why I'm saying that. It's because I feel like in life, you need... That is how you gauge... Usijipata uko 50 and siongei vibaya, but usijipata you are like 50 and if you had gauged your life venye unaenda with time, maybe you will have done better or uamke tu. Unajua there are sometimes I was telling her there are people, I don't know, nilikuwa peana story and I was telling it's like a close person to me and I was like, this person partied through their 20 something. So by the time they're realizing themselves they're 40. So what are you going
Partied until 40.
They didn't realize, unajua kuna ile kushtuka tu, you're like, haya, you know.
For me, I can say, as long as you're doing something, let's say constructive, usishinde ukiangalia, niseme kama, like, let's say your account, usishinde ukiangalia kama imepata pesa, you don't see the numbers going. But if you're like concentrated and doing what, like, let's say you are focused on, you find yourself umesonga sana.
But let me tell you, it has helped.
As long as there's growth.
Me personally, it has helped me because if last year I did not think about, because I was saying last year when I started last year, I was really intentional on growth. I didn't know how, I didn't know why. Like, siwezi kuexplain hata nilikuwa nataka growth ya nini, but I really wanted growth in my business.
You found me.
Then I just because I insisted. Otherwise.
But no, I understand what you're saying. Yeah.
Yes.
Last year, inafika sema kwamba unajua I'm turning this age and I'm not, and I'm like, sasa mimi age yangu.
Hadi I started meeting bakers, like nikatafuta baker.
Trust the process.
No, I'll trust it, but I feel like I need to.
Don't overthink it.
I'm not overthinking.
It's overthinking.
I'm not overthinking. I just want to be. Say I'll be in control, but I know God is in control. But I just have to have that in my mind. I think that is just me. I don't know. But squeezing much kujipea pressure. Yeah. But this is really amazing. Like, he's 27, so we are like age mates.
Congratulations. On achieving all this.
Yes.
And it takes a lot of discipline.
Yes.
And
a lot.
And will. For you to be a 27-year-old and you don't have a life. And you know what I mean by you don't have a life. Being a baker,
you don't have a life.
December.
But at least we'll end a vacation. We will end a vacation.
Yeah. Like,
for me, nilikuwa focused. Nilikuwa na goal. Nilikuwa nataka kumaliza.
Anyway, so we continue. So you finished culinary. Arts, and then you taught yourself those things.
So as I was studying and also doing my internship, I had 2 internships. That was at 2CD2, and after that, it was before the bombing. The bombing, and like the attack. It was before the attack. It was before that. But, so I did my internships at 2CD2. That was the first one. I did for around 5 months. Then I went back to school. It's a 2-year course.
Okay.
After each year, you do an internship before you graduate. So I did that at Dusit. Then the next one I went to Fairmont, Mount Kenya, where actually at Dusit is where I discovered I had an interest for sweet things and also pastry. That's why I tasted my first eclair.
So you can make a mini eclair.
Yes.
So to karibisha.
Akisina nakwambia to invite to, we just want an invite. Utuandikie invite.
Actually, it was my
invite
first recipe to master.
Really? Actually, let me tell you, I like eclairs. You know, when I used to come to Nairobi Kitambo, I used to order from Sweet Pots. cupcakes or something
Sweet
like
spot.
Yes, sweet spot. I used to order from her eclairs too. Like I just want to eat.
They have a special place in my heart. Actually, it's also where I got introduced to the world of chocolate. They hosted the first chocolate festival.
Kuna kwanga nazo.
Yeah.
Up to date, ama?
As in, it's like an international chocolate day, so they made it into like a week or like a weekend.
Oh wow.
So that's where, let's say, it was like a light bulb moment. Like I really love this, and I really like to continue with it. So at Fairmont, the same thing. I really love the pastry section. Then now, miraculously, after after I graduated, I got best in pastry, and I got an instant job that day.
Really? Where?
At Panari.
Nice.
Sawa.
Ulianza kusoma lini?
No, actually, it was a miracle. Because I fought for what I wanted to do. So it was like...
Yeah, even that process.
A reward.
Yeah, true.
So like your parents, when you said you want culinary arts, how was the whole
A
journey?
bit reluctant. They're like, are you sure? Are you sure? But so I said, let me do it. In case of anything later, I still have time.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't even take long, it's 2 years.
2 years only.
Actually, I went nilitafuta shule. After shule, so I first took my dad there.
Yes.
So alikuwa anajuana na huo principal. He used to supply chicken kitambo.
Oh, okay.
So he saw the principal na akakuwa familiar. Then he's like, could you try and convince him? It's funny.
Try and convince him as well.
But the principal said, let him do what he wants.
Yeah.
And it's paid off. He's really proud.
Exactly, that's what I wanted to say.
Yeah.
Where are they right now with your career, with your growth?
They're very proud. Very proud. Very, very proud.
Yeah.
And your numbers out on a
Because actually, I don't know how it happened. I got to be the face of the magazine for the school. So every time, like the friends are like, is that your son on the newspaper? Then one time on Citizen, the chef show.
Wow.
So as in, it's been
it was
I hope that newspaper you still have the cut.
Nice
Frame. Uweke huko.
Hata unaiweka home.
Uweke home na uweke kwa biashara.
I'm sure they're the number one parents who convince other parents that let them.
Yes.
So actually, every time they meet someone, they're like, "Uni brand na anapikanga keki."
Yeah, now they're proud.
Yeah.
Very proud, very proud.
Oh, that's really interesting. Wow.
Because actually, hata yeye akisema, there's something to back him up.
Because it's something you have done.
No, there's something the other person can see and emulate, as in, napikanga keki. But now you can see vile, as in sa vile amejiweka.
Okay.
So you get.
I guess. Anyway, guess.
And so now, tell us how Cake Studio by Meps came.
So Cake Studio by Meps, actually, it's in the career journey. So after Panari, I didn't stay there for long. Then Movenpick opened.
Okay.
So
wait, I've been curious. I've always been curious to ask this question. When you're employed in these, places as a pastry person, because I believe where you went to study pastry,
yes, I did.
Like, would you say the pay is good? Ama, would you give us a range?
For me, that's what I first said. It's not about the money.
We are not going with the money, but I'm just curious.
The experience.
Okay.
It's not. It's good.
Someone who's living off.
Yes, it's good, and you still have to have a very good discipline. Like for me, when I was working at Movenpick, the cake business was like a side hustle. For ningia shift na deliver cake hivi. Actually, I was like wale staff wa chini kabisa. As in, they normally have rankings. So I was a new entry since nimetoka shule juzi. So it's just very new entry. Bado sikuwa nimepandishwa, as in hata sikupandishwa nikitoka. But I bought my first car.
From there?
Yes.
Did you buy it like through the
no, actually, the secret is usihame mapema.
True.
But the thing is, I'm just, I really want, this is the thing, I want people to know, because you've said you can't live, it's like, you have to have a lot of discipline.
You have to have a lot of discipline.
So, tuseme si pesa mingi,
Si pesa mingi,
but it
But
will
it
give
can
you
sustain
it will
it will sustain
it will
you.
sustain,
A
but
good
it can
life,
also
a decent
give you
lifestyle.
experience.
Yes, very good. For me, it's paid off.
Yeah.
It's paid off. Everything I learned, even my customer service, we were trained a lot as
yes.
we were working.
Okay.
So it paid off kabisa. Kabisa.
That's really interesting because I mean I'm just trying to think to the person who is like maybe their dream hafikiri about opening another or doing their own thing. So they're just thinking I'll go to culinary, I'll go to employment. So I'm just trying to see if whatever they'll be getting there will be able to give them a decent lifestyle.
So it's all about the balance. Usikuwe sherehe sana. Ukiwa sherehe, as in ukiwa mtu wa sherehe, you'll waste your money obviously.
Yes.
Like for me, I'm very disciplined. Sifanyangi sherehe.
Mmesifanyangi sherehe.
Kazi.
Yeah.
You call me, uko wapi niko kazi.
Which is true. That is why she's shocked. Like on Sundays, you guys open.
Hata ukipata a small chance ya sherehe unakwaka tu vile
Ama alafu unawaona tu wameenda sherehe like sawa, tota sisikiri baya.
By the way, for me, the upbringing sisi ni Adventista.
You could just stay?
Yes.
Oh, that's nice.
So actually it's that lifestyle.
unique.
Very
unique.
Absolutely.
It's that lifestyle. And
So who was the SDA? Your
no, we're
parents?
all.
Your parents, all of them, your mom and your dad.
Your dad
Yes.
is the Maasai.
No. I'm my mother's father. I'm the second son. So in Kikuyu, the second born is the mother's father.
Oh, ukisema hivyo ndio tuta understand.
Okay.
So okay, I understand.
You understand that ni sawa.
We flute tu.
Tutajulia.
Okay, sawa.
So as I said, it's just ukwe not like strict, but just be disciplined.
And you know what you want.
You know what you
Uko
want.
na goal yako, so decide,
Yeah.
do
Like
I
for
want
me,
to party all
you
this
can
time?
imagine
Do I want to?
I'm being paid. I don't have any rent to pay.
Yeah.
Where is the money going to?
Yeah.
Mimi nilisave. Actually, my first salary nilinunua mixer.
Sasa sasa mimi nataka hebu niambie salary ilikuwa pesa ngapi?
Ilikuwa was it 20 I think 20 something ish. But uzuri wa mkahawa inakuwa na service charge. So there's a base salary na kunakuwa na service charge.
Okay.
So service charge ndio ina boost watu.
Okay. So in that aspect, will you like advise someone who has just come out from school, culinary, and then they go to employment?
You have to start from somewhere.
Yeah.
Yes, so I'm asking like would you advise them to like wakikaa kwa culinary kidogo wanaweza jitafutia like their own thing ama they do like
I can say it's not for everyone since you also grow inside the industry. Hautakuwa every
okay,
time you like grow in positions depending on
sasa.
how hard you're working.
Also, there are people who
They get very good. Actually, chefs get really
they
nice
work even
salaries.
better at such environments.
And now I get, I understand. I was not thinking about you growing.
Said chefs wanapangwa vibaya, as in they have good salaries.
You have
but
to grow
you have to work for
pia.
it.
It's the same even when ukianza biashara yako you have
Yes,
to
you have
grow.
to work for it.
Okay.
Yes, because without
And there are
saying.
people who actually want your setup, your restaurant, your
Because that's basically a 9 to 5,
Yeah.
but in a military form.
Okay.
You find unasimama from your 9 mpaka your 5. Sasa zingine
And even extend hours.
I have a friend who the brother is a chef and
We work.
that guy can simama 14 hours.
When it's busy, saa zingine unaweza pata umeingia 6 because 6 unafaa kuwa umeanza. You're on your workstation. 6 unaweza extend hata kama ni 10.
Hamumangu ina miguu.
So comfortable shoes.
What do you mean by comfortable?
Comfortable and you
guys
see
wear
set umesimama tu hivi kama askari.
You're just moving.
As in you're working, you're
Okay.
not idle. When you're idle, utachoka.
Yeah.
Okay. So like so you started your side hustle when you were still
So
at
yes.
Panari.
You are
Yes.
bringing
Yes.
us to
So you are
Cape
bringing us there now. So you started your side hustle.
Yes.
So all the recipes you were using were they or you created your
So
own?
for me,
No.
I develop recipes.
Oh, okay.
I can find this recipe, but I'll twist it just to make it better
Yes.
and also to make it easy. Because for example, even to my staff, spendi kitu ngumu. Ile mimi pekee ndio naweza fanya.
Okay. No, makes sense. Yeah, that's
for me,
really
I like
nice.
easy things. Spendi vitu zinanisumbua akili.
Hata mimi very fun.
So like, do you think
chocolate cake?
me, that is how I do my chocolate cake. But so you think your culinary knowledge or whatever you did in school, does it help you right now when you're developing your recipes?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
wow.
Because I know what for me it's when you do this, what is the impact?
Okay.
And you have to ask yourself, why am I doing this? Like, why are you adding a certain ratio? Why are you not increasing? As in Akusa, it comes naturally.
I feel like you should fungua a short course for that. To be honest, like me, remember when I went to a certain masterclass, somebody explained to us why do we do this amount of grams for prestige? Ukiadd hizi ingredients zote zinatakana zikupe 1 kg. So in my head I was like, I never thought about it like that. May just use that recipe. So nikinafanya hesabu niko ukweli inafika 1 kg. So I never thought of it like that, to be honest.
So actually, vile umesema, like even for like beginners, you don't just go to anyone.
Okay.
Don't be too anxious to learn. You have to also be selective. How you are taught to, for example, your dialect, mtoto mdogo, vile mwalimu anaongea ndivyo
mtoto atachukua.
If the mwalimu has an accent, the child picks that up.
Okay.
So if your upbringing in the baking game was a bit shallow, it's very hard for you to adjust, like to be also good at it.
Yeah. Which I feel like right now you have really changed something that I have been like kuna kitu tu imechange ukisema like about that theory part, because I'm imagining, so if you have that theory part, hiyo vijana nasema maneno ya developing recipes na nini, I feel like your student will be always ni kama hata kwa kiweza kufanya kitu ingine. So umemfunza vanilla, hii vanilla labda hata itafuta recipe ingine, na ama hata akipata hata jua what is wrong with this vanilla, why is it acting the way it is acting.
By the way, for that mtu pia lazima ukue be needy to learn more.
Yes. Yeah.
So like for example, ile recipe nimefunza mtu, utapata alitweak vitu kadhaa. Usibaki tu like for me, hii ndio itakuwa ya, let's say for the first 6 months, the next 6 months I won't be doing the same thing. Kuna kitu itaspark.
Who develop, and I said that because I was telling people some time back, there's a student of mine who stole my red velvet recipe, and I just told myself like, by the way sitafeel vibaya because hata hii yenye niko nayo saa hii nili develop 2 months ago. It's not something I'm so sure. Even this chocolate recipe, I'm so sure in the next 6 months I'll have thought of another one. Yeah, so I feel like it's very important. By the way, when you umesema kwa eneo nini ya
plan, but if you're not
changing,
jua uko na kashida.
True. Yeah, even having that urge of development, because I remember even also again last year I was telling Sharon, niko na shida tu ya keki zangu. Mimi nasikia tu maybe sijui naona ni kama ni kama I need something new. So that is when I changed my red velvet recipe, my chocolate recipe, and now I'm seeing so hata nikikupea chocolate cake yangu niko na confidence you will like it.
But then when you try different things, you also like help hautakuwa na burnout haraka, because you're not doing kama kuendesha gari, if you're the same gear for long, gari pia unasikia inaanza kulia.
But the people I think who don't even really care for growth, they're just like tunasonga tukiendanga tu hii recipe ya 19 whatever. Yeah.
No, you have to accept change.
Oh, that's really interesting. I used to think I'm the like mimi ndio nilikuwa na shida ya kutaka kunini recipes kila wakati.
That's how you know you're enjoying what you're doing.
Okay, that's really nice and interesting. So you developed your recipes?
Yes, each one.
Yeah. Okay. So and then after
that, I grew. Then now my dad was like, "What's next?" Kidogo, COVID happened.
Okay.
I was out of work, out of a team of 10. Watatu wakabaki.
So you people like mlitolewa sasa.
Redundancy.
Yeah, it's true.
So I now started strengthening this side hustle.
Yes.
But it wasn't as fulfilling. Juu Monday to Wednesday
Hauna kazi.
uko idle. And for me, like for example for us, my sister and brother run hardwares. So I didn't want to also be assimilated into that because my dream would
probability
have
exactly.
died.
Ungeambia twende hardware unakaa hapa ukipata order utarudi.
So actually we had a few stores. Nika convert store moja kwa the studio.
Okay. Aya.
So out of by the tulipa pesa zile after umeandikwa barua
redundancy.
Nalipa pesa kidogo. So I used that money as my first capital to like renovate the place. And that's how it started. So I used to teach people from there and make a lot of orders from there. Then after a year, still I felt there is need for a bit of change. So I now found a space where I opened up now the physical location for Cake Studio.
Okay. So you moved from home to the physical.
From the kitchen to the studio.
To the stall to the studio now.
Yes.
See the store you created.
Yes. But it was a really nice space. It was really bougie.
So what really pushed you from the bougie store or home studio to like a commercial space?
Because there was still the same question. What next?
Okay.
Actually, my dad pushed me a lot because actually every day mkiingia kwa nyumba nakuulizanga how much have you made. Si ajue your finances but
to keep and that's really interesting and so nice. Like they have in fact it's building a financial character because not many parents will do that and if they do I feel like it's really interesting.
He supports us a lot. Like for me, when I moved to this now new location, let's say not necessarily financially, because alikuwa anaenda vitu vikikwamba ananitumia pay bill lipa.
Oh yes, there's that part.
Si yeye analipa. Yeye tu ni mtu wa mkono.
Exactly. And they enjoy actually doing it so much because even my dad is in that category. He loves it so much. And then when he tells you to pay, he's laughing at you.
Lipa.
Ebu lipa. Hizi wetu ni kulipa. Lipa haraka. Pay bill ndio hii. Lipa haraka. Na kwanza anakwambia andika transport 3,000. But I enjoy it because you learn upewi kitu on a silver platter, so you work towards it.
And also he shows that he's believing in whatever you do.
Yes.
He knows it's able to pay for that.
Yes. Exactly. Yes.
So I think it's a really good
amazing
gesture for parents to fully support your dreams.
He supported me a lot. Even for the grand opening, he was there. From Corner, he was there.
Oh, you did even a grand opening? Hey, you're bougie. You're indeed bougie.
No, as in
grand opening, alikuwa mtu wa mkono.
Yes.
And we prayed for it, and it's grown.
Oh, that's nice.
He was like, can't open it until.
Yes, which is true. I feel like the whole kwanza leo yote tu tumekuwa tukiongelea about God, like you need to be really ukumeka Mungu before in your business. Na si ile yenye unasemanga unajua kuna mtu anasema just put God lakini you don't actually do it. It really works.
So like even for equipment, a new equipment, you have to pray for it.
I also didn't know that. Then when I bought my oven, my dad is like, we have not prayed for this thing. Let us pray because we don't know who has manufactured this thing. We don't know who has. And to be honest, I never thought about it.
It's about trusting God to multiply. As in, bless the work of my hands. Bless my equipment. Bless the people. Actually, he prays for the people who are going to buy. The people who you work with. And for your business to keep it safe.
Yes. For the equipment, me, I never knew people pray for equipment. So I just exactly. So when so my dad was like, na hii kitu hatujaombea hii na tumesha fix. Ebu tuiombe. So that's when I was like, haya. Because naturally when I pray, of course I pray for my clients, of course I pray for my brand to grow, you know, all that. But sometimes there are things that I feel like if you are not accustomed to do so, because I feel like, you see now you already know, so you know that from your parents probably, so even you will nurture it to your children and so on and so forth. So if you don't know it, me, labda my parents, when they used to buy their things, they used to pray without me being present, so I wouldn't know. But that's very important, and I love that fact. So ukafungua grand opening.
Nikafungua, nilikuwa nimekonda kidogo.
Pesa zilikuwa zimeisha zinatoka tu.
No, ilikuwa nil. Actually it was nil.
I know, I really understand. Unaanzaga sasa unasema sasa naanza zero. Lakini as long as umeona pesa, unaingia unaona investment. This is my investment.
They're like, how will this work? And then we would pay
the rent. Oh wow, because I had like rent.
I have rent. I'm the first time employing people. Sijui itatoka wapi.
First of all, Ebu explain. This is very interesting. So, hakutoka na mtu. Ulitoka na mtu kwa Bougie Cake Studio.
Nilikuwa nafanya peke yangu.
So now we go to
my cousins ndio walikuwa wanasaidia kuosha vyombo. Hivyo na kukata toppers.
That's really nice. So now you go to this cake studio now.
I've employed people. I don't know how to work through them.
Yeah.
So, ni kuanza kuwa train.
Because tunaanza, how are you employing people? Are you just employing people who want a job? Ama you employing people?
Ama you looked for people
who it was by luck.
Wamesoma?
Mimi nasemanga ni bahati. Mimi napatanga tu. Ni bahati.
How?
Wanajileta ama?
Mtu anakuambia I'm looking for a job ama unaambiliwa kuna mtu anatafuta job.
Hata mtu akiacha kazi leo, mwingine anakujanga tu. Natumiangwa na Mungu. Okay,
and that is what we were talking with her. She was just like, "Mina ngoja."
No, imagine it. Same.
It works.
I'm just, you know me, I'm just shocked at your confidence. Kwa sababu, to be honest.
No, for me, it's blessing. As in trust the process.
Maybe, but you see, I'm imagining. Ebu imagine you're opening a cake studio and una employ watu. So these are new people. You have never worked with them.
Imagine utatumiwa tu.
So you went.
So did you post anywhere that you're employing people?
I didn't. Niliuliza tu mtu, as in, I'm looking for someone to work. Kasema niko na mtu, akakuja. He started.
So you didn't. You are not looking at ati umesomea anything. No ni mtu tu. So you start training them.
Me, for me, I look at the vibe. Are you unachekanga? Number one, we have to laugh.
Are you fitting into us? Our space.
Kazi
utafunga.
Ndio.
Uyo kuja tu KKC.
But imagine, when you look at credentials a lot, you miss out on that. They'll be working with you the whole time.
Yes.
So to kufanya kazi, they also need to associate with them nicely.
Hey, your faith in God. Izuko ile mustard seed wewe ndo you are literal, but that is very interesting, even how you went about it. So how did you now get to learn how employment works?
We're still learning. It's just for
me. Wait, when did you open now?
That was in 2021.
Okay.
2021. Yeah. Because COVID was 2020. I started, so literally a year after they opened this new place.
Oh, okay.
So it's possible.
Yes, very.
Oh, because you had this within a year, you moved to something bigger. Because sometimes unasema, hey, is it the right thing to do? Literally a year after, but it's possible.
Like I feel for him, he's that person who is just easily to. Unaona mtu yako very easy. Hata saizi I think like hata ukimwambia fungue cake studio tao CBD ata move to swiftly. Asitra move to.
For me na mjanga, when it calls to you, answer.
Very quickly. Don't even doubt. I like your confidence and your faith really. So then after you're still learning then you are navigating through
we're navigating. So for me, just maybe the tips I can say is just treat people nicely. Just that. Treat people nicely, they'll treat you. They'll treat you and they'll protect your business.
That's really interesting.
And so how is it being a man in this female-dominated industry?
So for me, I can say, do what you love. As in, don't let other things don't think about.
Don't think about the external.
Yes. So be true to yourself. And also be really professional because a lot is expected from you.
Oh, that is nice.
Do you feel like you face either favorism or because like when you listen to people, they're like, hey, me when I want to go to make my nails, I want a male guy making my nails.
No, actually, for me, people really like my, let's say, the attitude.
Okay. Yeah.
And also like the warmness.
He has vibes. Yeah. He has good vibes. He has.
You have to be really, as in it comes, as I said, tulikuwa tunafunzwa kwa like be warm, as in ukipatana na mtu, don't be too don't also be too professional. Kama your friend, treat them like your friend.
Okay. But then again, hata ukitreat kama beshte yako bado tu ujue kuna lines, kuna limits. If this is your employee, bado tu ni employee. Usianze stories zingine zenye si za employee. Because I think for me, I've learned with house helps. I once employed someone and I took them like my family, and then when they left, I felt bad. I felt broken because they left and they didn't tell me like they are going. Since kuchapa unaenda, but I really felt bad, and it was in a season whereby children are going back to school and I stay with my niece. So you can imagine, sasa unachanganikiwa juu asubuhi mtaamka aje, how will you work and all that?
For me, I go with the flow. I'm not an overthinker.
Okay.
Kama imekuja, let's run with it.
Okay, that's nice. I think with employees, I guess you have to learn. Me, I've learned the hard way, and for me, I'm like sieki kwa roho. By the way, sieki kwa roho, wewe kama ni tutaenda kama hivyo. Even right now, if my house help is like, I'm not coming next month, next holiday. It was nice. It was a nice time, adios, and it was good. But yeah, so that is really interesting. So I really want. Let me tell you. I think the thing that maybe people right now, or I don't know if that is the thing, but I really enjoyed that journey. So that is what I will ask you about. There's a cake you took to Kakamega, right? The ones that it was like, it was a lot. Yeah, like how many? 70 cakes?
There was 7.
Did you have?
There was 70 separate. Yeah.
And then
the main cake.
Main cake was
how many tiers?
The main cake wasn't really big. It was 3 tier with 2
side cakes. Parents.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I think that's okay.
So were they all 1 kg cakes?
No, the main cake was around 6 kilos. Then the kando zilikuwa nusu. So they were nusu 70.
Oh, so they were not 1 kg, 1 kg?
No, they were not 1 kg, 1 kg.
Oh, and zote zilikuwa fondant.
Yes.
How was the process really?
So the process, if you overthink it,
kubali na useme.
Just like for me, let's say I learned from, let's say my dad, you need to have enough equipment.
Oh, okay.
Be ready for, let's say, a rainy day.
Oh, okay.
Like for me, by the way, what happened? Actually, it was a really funny thing. Nilikuwa zurura Mombasa Road. Nikaona ile ni, what's this place called? Iya kuna oven. Si Katerina, this other one.
Ramptons.
Kamo.
No, Kit Kitchen. Is it not Kit Kitchen? The other one. Is it Kit Kitchen? Nairobi Kitchen Care. Yes. So I was just roaming around. Nikaingia tu kwa showroom. Nikaona oven. Do you know? Niliingia tu nikasema inakaa hivi, this is the price. Ziko karibu kupanda. I just bought it. No, just randomly.
And how much?
It was around 80-ish.
Oh.
Hey, that's not good.
La haula. Ungetuita.
Sasa, hiyo wiki, hizi oven zingine, hizi toaster oven.
Yes.
Zikaanguka zote. Hazifanyi.
God, wewe na Mungu iko kitu mnaambiananga na utuambi.
Hivi mko hivi.
No, they didn't work. But nakuwa na bahati niko na fundi anaweza kuzirepair. But zilikuwa zinakataa, mara namo sati imekataa. But it all worked, let's say, in my favor.
Yes.
Siku ingine,
they created
I just bought a fridge randomly.
Sembe ilikufa.
Sasa, when I bought it randomly, so the first, or actually this was for Kakamega, there was a second batch. The cousin had also ordered something similar.
Okay.
So vile nilinunua hiyo order yao kozi yake kaingia.
So you now had place ya kuweka sasa
space for putting these cakes.
You know what I usually say sometimes? You need to create space for God to bless you with other, like the way you can declutter clothes and say, let me declutter this.
Juicy po,
creating space for God to bless you with more. So probably alitoa hizo.
Aliona asa kumenua ingine, wacha tutoe hizi za.
Tutoe hizi, wacha ipate space.
But actually what you're saying is true. When I think about it, even me, the mixer I was telling you, the grey one, by the way, after I bought the big one, hii hata ikukaa 1 month I think ili give up ilienda tu ikiendanga. So I really hope that my oven does not give up now that I have a new one. Please let it not give up.
But inakusaidia, like for me it helped me remodel my structure, like for baking.
And that is, hey, it's really interesting. Wow, nuggets of wisdom.
So how was the transportation to Kakamega? What time did you leave Nairobi to get?
Actually, we didn't leave really early. It was around 8.
But it was season was fondant.
So it was day 1.
You did ganache and buttercream?
No, it was buttercream. But for the main cakes we did ganache.
Okay.
Juu hizo sikuwa na spare in case ya haribiki.
Is it 70 ulikuwa na spares?
Ilikuwa kama 75.
Oh, okay, makes sense.
So day 1 baking. By then nakuwa na tins mingi.
Truly notice. Tuliona.
For you to bake hizo 70. They have to.
So if there are half kgs, how many half kgs do you have? Maybe 35, Ama?
Around 40-ish.
And then that baking was probably just 1 or 1.5.
No, maybe 1.5.
So actually ilikuwa around over 100 kilos, if I'm not wrong. Juna bake, those were like 150 sponges. Ilikuwa sponge mbili unashikanisha. So day 1 baking, jioni mnashikanisha. Day 2, day 2 mnashikanisha. Then now day 3 fondant. But it was really easy. Don't overthink, itakusumbua.
No, when I think about it being like a half, for me I thought they were 1 kgs actually.
But 1 kg to 7 inch too.
7 inch.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that is cool.
Of course mngehack.
Pia unakuwa na hizi cupcake thao. Tunafanyanga tu.
Kwanza wewe you get those ones for corporate.
And you know it's the edible prints na sticker hapo kando.
Kazi ya kubake kwanza.
Kuna kazi ya kudesign bado. Mimi najidesignia.
Hizo
design na print zinakatwa 1 by 1.
Also you bought like you have a printer.
Yes.
Does it give you any issues?
Kuna siku nilikuwa imenisumbua. Haitoi rangi ya blue. Na logo ni ya blue. So ikabidi ninunue kwingine.
Before you figure out. Would you advise someone to buy?
It's a very good investment. Very good investment.
It is.
Because considering transportation, edible moja unalipia hivi pia matatu.
You bought it from like a normal
actually one of my customers.
It's a normal printer.
Normal printer. It's just normal edible ink
and edible paper.
So it's just a normal.
It's a normal one. And it actually operated from my phone.
And now that one, we were a bit skeptical because we used to think it's something specific.
No, even me, I thought of it, then I was like, sini ink in attack.
So for paper toppers, do you tumana ama you still use?
It's the same thing.
You use paper toppers. So kazi yako ni kukata sasa.
But edible.
So you just kata. Okay. Okay. Do you have a pre-cut? Well, at this point,
pre-cut. Sasa hizo za gold, those are the
But
for me, like most of my cakes, they're normally just instant. Nataka natengeneza.
Okay. Hey.
That's what I was telling her, because she was worried about kukata. And I was like, the best thing to do when you're free or you have someone anaweza shughulika, you just
imagine si stress.
Cocomelon mingi, the only thing unafanyanga ni jina na age. Hata age unakuwa na kadhaa.
Hata guy.
Usifanye hivyo.
Mtu anaweza niambia nakuja nitamwambia keki kwa sawa. Nachukua tu simu cha. Ina print na kata na naekelea.
But I think one thing that has made it easy for you is that you have employees.
Not necessarily. For me, don't overthink it. Fanya tu.
I feel like we had, if you listen to our episode with Jane, Jane, she was like, this one, it's easy. This one, it's okay. This one, it's, just do it. Do it afraid. Wewe hata ukwangi afraid. You're just doing it.
Hata kama nimesahau kufanya kitu, hata kama ni kiki nimesahau, kuna kitu kama tuseme ilikuwa lini, kuna mtu aliniambia alilipa kitambo baby shower,
ukasahau
ukakuwa Eunice mwingine sera
aitulia tunapika
haraka alikwambia kwa njia ama alikwambia I hope tomorrow unakumbuka?
Why is it?
No, like
ni delivery wanangojea.
Lakini ilikuwa hapo karibu.
Story na karibu story.
Wewe ngoja. Ebu endelea, hii story anza vizuri. You were given an order.
Yeah.
Haya, when was it supposed to be delivered?
On a Saturday.
At what time?
She didn't communicate the time.
Okay, so sasa ni
it doesn't matter sababu atakuwa bebe.
So unajua time juu sasa maybe angeona ikiwa 11 haijafika so anakukall. So alikukall saa ngapi?
Ilikuwa around 2ish.
Where is the cake?
Inakuja.
Ukamwambia na kama?
Alianza inakuja. Ndio guy. Sasa wewe nimwambia tu nilikuwa nimeweka the next Saturday.
Oh, okay.
Lakini kwangu what na hack.
So you just told her the truth?
Nakwambia I'll be there, give me an hour. Give me 2 hours.
Did you tell her like you had scheduled it for another day?
Give me 2 hours.
Okay. 2 hours you can manage to hack it if it's not.
Na uka deliver within those 2 hours.
Yeah.
The party haikuwa imefika pale kwa kupata cake.
Walikuwa wanakula. Walikuwa wanamalizia kukula.
That is.
Alafu unajua after kumalizia kula ni
it was whipping cream ama buttercream?
Ilikuwa whipping cream.
That is okay. Ingekuwa bado ungehack. Na sasa labda iko na ni belly, ile belly you're supposed to make a belly.
Actually ilikuwa kagorofa ish. Ilikuwa design mingi sana, but with any design it's hackable. Si ati itakuchukua, si ati unachora mtu.
True. Bora tu utengeneze keki na layers mingi ndio zipo haraka and all that. Oh, this is really interesting. And I mean, I think you have taught me so much today. And so like where do you see
for me I'd like
by Meps in the next like 5-10 years?
Maybe grow into a smaller, not a very big academy, just and maybe to open just a few branches.
Unasikia? Just a few branches.
You open branches.
Just a few.
You don't limit your
Lupia, Sakangi, don't over promise. But don't like over promise.
But also don't limit. It's a dream.
This one is not limiting. Huyu utapata hata amefungua branches 10 na anasema just some few branches. Hata akijitoa sasa I'm just bad. Pogelia mani. No pogelia. Yeah, ni good.
Lakini lazima waweke huko nyuma.
Exactly.
But that is.
So like what is like the challenge ile yenye umaipata
being in this industry as a man and generally just the like maybe a cake fail about like you did something and a customer was just ranting.
Ranting unapatana wengi.
But me I'd like to hear that about maybe a customer that's something that you
like a cake fail
and then a challenge
as a man
gotten in this industry.
So maybe,
specifically you being a man, what you faced.
So for me
and how you got through it.
What do I say? As a man, what can I say?
It's also okay if there's none, meaning people who are...
No challenge. Let's say not maybe as a person, just finding work-life balance.
Okay.
Just that.
So you guys have a community of men bakers?
Yes, we do. We're trying.
Okay.
We're trying to build it nicely.
Oh. That's
nice and
that's
important.
Clients,
to have your own similar people who like want the same experiences.
But for me, I work to just baking memories. It's something I really value.
Yeah.
But you really unaonekananga tu enjoy. You dance there. You really.
And then do you have someone specific for your content?
Yes, I do.
Ungeniuliza. Si uniulize mimi ni kuexplainie. Nimeshaangalia, nimeshaona kunayo.
Ni baker ama si baker?
No, he's not a baker.
No.
Actually,
it's a videographer.
I got him from someone else who is also a baker.
Random days ama every day?
Not random. Let's say Wednesdays and Sundays.
It's a videographer, right? Ama?
He manages my pages.
For me,
it was something that was really difficult. Ni kumanage page zako. It's very hard.
Ni angalia yako nilipost
Mimi?
Instagram.
Acha nikwambie.
Sera ndo ako na Sera si uniweke kwa itinerary.
Before I got here, nilikuwa na
No, thank you.
nilikuwa naamka 5 na post keki 50.
But hiyo niliona it is not.
It doesn't work. Sasa for he's helped like build. For me it was more about.
So he also manages TikTok.
Yes, everything.
Then he's doing a very good job.
Yes.
He's doing a good job.
Mimi nili research.
And also accounting, you have to like
find someone.
Find someone.
So pia wewe mtu anakulipa mshahara yako. So wewe ushindange kuingia kwa pocket ya biashara ama
nani analipa?
The accountant, you see the accountant, the way they work, see they usually have like either they give you a salary so that usishinde. Sijui kama you're getting.
Oh yeah, I understand. So like for me, what I do, like CGPay salary as per se like a physical salary, salary, but maybe I have a designated amount, which I can spend on myself. But pia mimi, I first ask my question, do I need it?
Okay.
Do I really need it? It's just that. Na pia, but kuna siku itafika tu you splurge.
True. Kuna sema I deserve it.
Yes.
Sasa ndio una splurge unapata ume splurge na oven.
But actually that's what I do.
Yeah.
Like for me, equipment, I love my equipment. Na pia upgrading.
Unaona coffee nini yake? Coffee maker ni kubwa. Yeah. But anyway, that's really interesting. So like a challenge you've had with like a client, a cake fail that you will never forget.
Actually, the problem is, like for me, sometimes I'm too friendly. So, like for example, there's this client. What happened? She didn't pay for one cake. So the next time she comes to order for a second cake. It happened like once or twice. So in the next one, ndio atalipa. You try call her between that period. She doesn't pick up. So mimi nikaamua siku moja, the way she's silent on me, wacha pia mimi nikuwe silent. She just ordered it was a very funny order. You tell me nataka hii. What's the price? Haniambii ni elini, haniambii nafanywa aje. So pia mimi nikanyamaza. So what I did, bila nilipa sasa double ya previous na hii, nikarudishia nyingine na sikumwambia.
Kurudisha gani?
Ulirudisha ile pesa ya hii nyingine.
So like alilipa. So najua alikuuliza ni how much juu kumjibu, alijua then how much?
Nilimwambia.
Okay.
By the way, you remember this one? Yes, I remember. Send me the bill for this one. Nilipa siku zote. Kalipa ni refund.
And chino umerudisha.
Tunaweza kutafuna the day. Akanitafuta. Nikaandikiwa
a message.
Nikaitwa shetani.
Sayo alikuwa shajua umerudisha hiyo pesa.
I told her.
After she looked for you, now you told her.
I'm like, since you don't want to proceed with this for the juice kuchukua simu yake, I was busy while kwingine, so I didn't respond. Don't kuniambia date ni lini.
Exactly.
So she's like, since you don't want to fulfill, just return my money. Come here, nilirudisha pesa kitambo.
Hata alishindwa kwa alikuwa weak.
Even the devil cannot do what you just keep.
Which is true. The devil cannot do.
Never thought about it.
No, you.
Imagine unapelekwa keki na mtu oba, utachukua keki simu ya mtu oba, but yangu hautachukua. Na kupigia nikwambie, it's headed your way, you won't pick, but mtu oba kupigia
utachukua.
Pick. Hata kuna swali tuzi mtu oba. Alimtusi. Ndio nikataa kumpeleka kwa nyumba.
So
ni wale watu wanataka like nilete third floor and all that.
So already it was a difficult class.
Yeah.
So
technically she was good but not worth keeping.
I know exactly. Hey,
good but not worth
it. That is a very good but not worth keeping. The clients actually unasema unatuacha ikani.
Hiyo tunaiweka sasa kwa nini? Good but not worth keeping. But anyway.
Lakini alikuwa kimessage.
Ulishtuka?
Nilicheka.
My lord, ni nani tumeleta? Who be this? But anyway, I've enjoyed everything, like the vibes mostly, and also his journey is really interesting and so unique. There's so many things I've learned, and especially, I don't know, like I think one thing I've learned from you is the faith that you have in God. Tuambie mnaambiananga nini na ni wapi na unafacingi wapi. But yeah, really that is what. And yeah, you can follow him at Cake Studio by Meps. He has good vibes over there. On TikTok, Instagram. Are you on Facebook?
Yes, but not very active. Not very active.
Hata si Cake Studio by Meps.
It's Bruno Meps.
Meps,
Okay. So guys, thank you so much for even honoring our invite. We are truly grateful, and we pray that one day we will bring you back here when you have opened your academy. Academy and branches. You know, I've done branches. You know,
tuna crop ile information tunaweka kwa ile yenyewe. Sasa niko na branches and academy.
Yes.
All the best. All the best.
But then, you know,
dreams and endeavors.
During my interviews, a chef Avraj akaniuliza, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Sasa hapo ndio sana nikakumbuka where I am. Imagine that question is normally serious. Where do you see yourself? It normally comes back to you later.
That's really interesting. So kama wewe na God mko hivi. Anyway, so guys, you can follow him, and if you are around Nilwakabete, yes, you can order from him. I believe his cakes are beautiful, both inside and outside. And please, utuite. I need those donuts.
Eclairs.
Yes. So guys, remember to like, share, subscribe, and also watch us listen to us on Spotify. And you can also let us know who you want us to bring next.
And any topics you want us to talk about.
Yes. So,
thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Bye. Adios.